how did you come up with this cocktail or mocktail menu? I mean, I love everything. Sounds so good, and you have a lot of options. Do you have a favorite? What was it like putting these together?
Yeah, so it's funny. Thankfully for the world of Bravo, when I first started talking about this concept on Summer House, an individual who's a very, very talented mixologist and bartender who hails from 11 Madison Park.
Oh, cool.
He messaged me on Instagram. His wife is from Pittsburgh, and he saw what I was talking about and told her, like, that's a good idea. And she's like, why don't you just write him on Instagram? He wrote me, and I'm savvy enough, and I know a lot about 11 Madison Park. I've seen documentaries, I've read the books.
Yeah.
And I saw his profile and it said head bartender 11 Madison. So he was one of the first people I met when I started this kind of journey of really building this. And guess what they call their non-alcoholic drinks? SOFTs, S-O-F-T-S.
Oh, okay, love.
So that's where the terminology I first discovered. And I said to him, what is that? He goes, it's an elevated non-alc drink. It's not a mocktail. We're not making fun of anything. I was like, I love that.
Yeah.
And then he said to me something very important. I'll get to the drink in a second.
Yeah.
Carl, just because you don't drink alcohol doesn't mean you deserve less.
Well,
And I was
go.
like, that's it.
Yeah.
The glass, the garnish. Every drink he served me was in a different glass, different ice, different preparations, different flavor profiles, different garnishes, and kind of salted rims or whatever. But a lot of what you're looking at on that menu has been specifically crafted for soft bar. But what we add is additional functional ingredients. So people might take electrolytes or vitamins, collagen, protein. We are introducing additional ingredients on top of these soft cocktails. And I'll say my bartender, Richie, shout out to Richard Millwater. He's been ranked as one of the best bartenders in the country. He's an artist, but he loves non-alc beverage. And he's been really important to kind of helping us stand up the beverage program and the soft cocktail program. But soft cocktail and softs was a big reason why I got to soft bar. That's where the name came from.
I like that.
And also to your point too, it is such a thing where like so much of the battle is making it fun for someone. Where it's like where it isn't like a great glass where you're like, okay, I'm cheersing in a glass that everybody else is cheersing in.
Totally.
So you feel a little bit more connected.
You're a part of the party.
Yeah.
Half the time, if I've got something beautiful in my hands and colorful, it's almost you're participating.
Yeah.
Like I still like to get dressed up and go out. And if I have a cool, sexy drink in my hand, it's all a part of that feeling.
Because also you say because it is soft bar and cafe. What time do you open?
We open at 7
a.m.
a.m.
Wow.
So we have coffee, matcha, cacao, alternatives. Fun fact, I don't drink coffee. I know I'm crazy already, but
Okay, now I'm looking at you a little sideways.
if you don't drink coffee or alcohol in New York City, please shoot me a DM. Tell me where you hang out.
All right.
Like it's hilarious. No coffee, no alcohol. It's kind of limiting.
Putting this bar together, this entire business must have been very stressful.
I wouldn't say stressful. It's been more about just finding the right people and letting them do what they do best and bringing together professionals in their craft. I'm not the general manager. I am the founder and the co-CEO. I have a business partner, but I brought in really people that have spent a lot of time in the hospitality, restaurant, bar industry, but they really believe in what we're building here. And interestingly enough, a lot of staff that works in bars and clubs and restaurants don't drink alcohol, but are surrounded by that environment, or looking for something like this to work in. First 3 days of operation, one of my staff members said, so this is what it's like working in a non-toxic environment. And I was like, yes, like that made me feel so good.
I bet, because I mean, I literally pour one out for the bartenders who are dealing with like people in a blackout in the East Village at like 2:45 a.m. We've all been there, so I'm apologizing to the bartenders too. But you're like, it must be so much nicer. It's like someone's like, oh, can I get a Mr. Feelgood?
Yeah, everybody's just nice and hospitable. And trust me, I was a nightmare. Spring Street in Soho, from Mother's Ruin to Spring Lounge. Everybody knew who I was because I was a nightmare. We're very lucky, and when people stop coming up to me or talking to me, that's when I know the show's over or all this is ending. So I don't take it for granted.
I feel you are very far away from that ever happening because this launching, you have your book coming out too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes, that's in December, right?
End of December.
Are you so excited?
I'm nervous, actually.
Are you? Why are you nervous?
I open up every little detail of my life leading to get to where I was on Bravo, and some of the stuff that occurred over the years, but there's things from my past that I never was really comfortable sharing publicly. Some of it did get brought up on Summer House at times. There's some other things that I went through that really did shape a lot of my addictions and my mental stuff that I think was important to share publicly. My goal in all of this is to help someone.
Yeah.
I feel a calling and kind of a sense of obligation to share my story, things I've been through out loud, and hopes that one person, if they can feel maybe calling a friend or checking in or whatever. If I can help one person, that's a goal at the end of the day. So,
did it feel good writing the book, like therapeutic, or was it a little scary?
At first, it was like awesome because I had all this like chapters lined up and all these things that I wanted to do. But as I dug deeper, it's emotional, you know, and I talk about, just as an example, you know, the day I learned about my brother passing and just that whole moment, and the things that kind of transpired after that. You know, we were filming in that particular time, and there was a lot that occurred that it was just, I don't know, important for me to share. But it's hard when you kind of are reading through that. Now, I did narrate my audiobook with Audible, and I will say that was even more interesting because here I am trying to read, not like crying while I'm reading or getting emotional, but there's parts that are incredibly emotional and I think parts that are very vulnerable.